Hi friends, Joseph Anthony here, and I wanted to do an update video because my spidey senses are picking up on some very interesting energy coming in. Beginning today, I'm doing this video on the 15th of April, and going into the next month and a half or so. And I've looked at the astrology, and there is a major alignment coming up on April the 20th between Jupiter and Uranus, the wild card. So I've called this one a wild ride ahead with Euphoria, because this is going to be, there's going to be a lot of twists and turns coming into this next month or so because of the cosmic energy. As I said, in the last month's video, we are entering a very interesting time where we're reinventing ourselves. And along with that comes this idea of getting rid of what doesn't belong in our lives anymore. And a lot of that has to do with the nonsense on TV and, the news and all this fake stuff that's being put out. But this is they're going to, try everything they can to keep us in fear and, this lower vibration. So the euphoria really comes from Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus. But at the same time, these psychopaths that run the planet know this. So they're going to try and amp up the energy even more to keep people afraid and just change the plan and make things happen that are going to be confusing. So this is why I said it's a wild ride ahead with Euphoria, especially when we go into May. I'm working on the astrology for May, and there's an alignment there that I'm going to cover later in this video that is unbelievable. It's just off the charts. And so let's go into it. This is a perfect storm brewing here. That's the only way I could describe it. A perfect storm brewing after a powerful total solar eclipse in Aries. So let's go ahead. Of course, the last video I did was the new moon of healing and reinvention. That's what we're in the middle of right now. So don't kid yourself. Everyone is feeling it. Everyone is wanting to start something new. And now that we're going to be entering Taurus energy, which is after the 20th and 21st, we begin to implement that energy even more. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let me just recap here, because this ties into what I have to show you. Of course, I talked about this, the Large Hadron Collider in Europe there. And it's so interesting what has been going on, because I get a lot of information from different sources, and there's stuff that's happening that has really got me questioning everything. So see if you're probably seeing the same thing, because a lot of you truth seekers out there are on top of everything. So a little news breaks, it's going viral immediately. So we know about this thing being turned on April the 8th. But what's so interesting is this guy, Peter Higgs, who proposed the existence of the Higgs boson particle, also dies on April the 8th. Gee, what a coincidence. The guy that creates this thing and is directly involved with this, this particle accelerator dies on April the 8th. Gee, what a coincidence. That is amazing. So, it's very suspicious, very suspicious. But, it happens. But I'm just putting it out there just to show you how powerful that eclipse was. And, again, we're talking about rituals. These psychopaths that run the planets love to do rituals as well. So this one is very important. But there is something else that's coming out of Antarctica that a lot of truth seekers are, zoning in on. So Cliff High put this one out. He tweeted this one about these 85-foot waves coming out of Antarctica. And so he's not wrong, because there are other YouTubers like this guy, Into Thin Air. He does a fantastic job of taking this apart and basically showing us something strange is happening coming out of Antarctica. And we'll see what it is, but this is going to be monumental, because he's showing you this huge, whatever this is, we don't know. It's big. Look how big it is compared to a country. It is huge. But what it's doing is it's sending waves. Now remember, I've been saying all along these last couple of months, watch the water, watch the water. This thing is taking place in the water. So this is very important. I've left a link to this video down below if you want to check it out. But this is a close-up of this thing, and these are the wave heights. 25 feet. And it's just either traveling underwater or there's some sort of energy that is being emitted from this area. And I'll show you what I'm talking about because it's very suspicious. And this is all again around the 8th, 11th, 12th, and 13th of April. Here he does another follow-up video, which he does a fantastic job of capturing this. Look at this strange anomaly here. These are not waves. These are some sort of, he calls them, force fields and magnetic energy, whatever you want to call it. Now, do you find it very interesting or coincidental that we turn on this massive, hadron collider and all of a sudden, shazam, we've got all kinds of weird anomalies taking place in the water? Okay? And so, the spidey senses don't lie. I mean, if you tune into this stuff, you begin to sense something is happening. Something in the atmosphere is rippling because we're all intuitive. And when something like this happens, the spidey senses and the goosebumps and whatever else you want to call it starts to tingle. And this, when I saw this, I said, oh, this must be what I'm picking up on here. So again, this is very suspicious, very strange, very weird, causing, weird weather and weird anomalies with the ocean. And it's coming right up the middle here. So I don't know what to make of it. I didn't really tune into it. I know it's very suspicious. There's a lot of strange activity going on in this place right here. For those of you who are truth seekers, you know that this is a hot spot. And so I know I've mentioned the name a few times. I hope I don't get penalized for it. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. But I would say, again, keep an eye on the weather because we're going to continue to have strange anomalies like tornadoes and hurricanes that come out of nowhere. And we've been seeing a glimpse of that over the last few years, but I think we're going to have more of it. And since the last 3 eclipses occurred over the United States is a prime candidate for this strange weather that we're going to have over the next couple of years. So let's see what happens. Okay? Also, I'm watching more and more of these people that work on these ships saying this here. Okay? Modern vessels have multiple backup systems for steering, ensuring control over during power outages. And I remember watching one guy talking about, I worked on these ships, and, this is very hard to believe that thing steered right into a column, lost power, and then, automatically went into a column. Very suspicious. So I'm seeing more and more of these people that work on these ships saying that this is not true. There's something wrong here. Okay, well, we all know that. We are truth seekers, and we know that not everything is a conspiracy, but it smells fishy. It's going to be fishy. So anyway. Oh, and this guy also kicked the bucket. And what's so interesting that I find about this guy dying around the same time of the eclipse is I believe he died of prostate cancer. Now, if you understand anything about symbolism and astrology, because I know many of you study astrology, the prostate, or the part of the body associated with prostate, is Scorpio. It is Pluto. Now, this symbol represents the psyche. What I've noticed over the years of doing astrology, people that develop illnesses in certain regions of the body are an easy tell for what's going on in the person's life. For instance, this man died of prostate cancer. The prostate is associated with the psyche. See, he's had something on his subconscious that's been bothering him for probably a very long time. And, and it's been gnawing at him. And his body finally, kind of ate away at it. So that's just my expertise, or what I've noticed over the years of studying astrology and understanding how people get sick. I'll give you another example. When women develop breast cancer, there's usually a traumatic experience that happens in a woman's life, whereas if somebody, has hurt her so emotionally bad that she's carrying that hurt in her chest area, in her heart area, and then later on in life develops cancer, breast cancer. So, we astrologers know this stuff, that somehow there's a correlation between what happens in someone's life emotionally, psychologically, and the body parts of the individuals. So this guy dies of prostate cancer. But what's so suspicious is, again, love you truth seekers, this tweet came out. And again, I don't know if it's real or not, but this was his final tweet. And notice what it says. Let me make it bigger. I just wanted y'all to know I did that shit. Okay? Now, again, I don't know if this is true or not, or he was on his deathbed and wanted to get that off his chest. I don't know. But, you know, those of us that have good spidey senses know that this guy is definitely not innocent. Let's put it that way. Okay? So I just thought this was very interesting around the eclipse. And, you know, and so I figured I'd share that with you. Anyway, we also have this craziness going on over here. And remember I said a few videos back, late part of last year, I said, watch this country here, because this is going to be a hot spot. They're going to try and invoke and cause problems with this other country here. And now we're starting to see the escalation. So this is why I'm saying this is a wild ride this month, because this is going to be front and center along with the economy. So these two are going to be in the news all the time, and more, you know, protests and more stupidity. And then we'll throw in some financial stuff. So it's going to be a very interesting month and a half. And I'm saying that also because of the energy from the Taurus Energy. And we also have a very major event that the psychopaths like to, use, which is May 1st. They love to cause chaos on May 1st. And so we have that coming up. So I'm just putting this out here to show you what I'm talking about. This is going to continue to escalate because they want a world war. Okay? And of course, you know, the puppets behind the scenes are all in line. But what's so interesting about this, you know, George Orwell said this years ago in his book. The war is not meant to be won. It is meant to be continuous. And he's not right. He's absolutely right. Those of us that have been watching this stuff that understand it from the get-go, from the moment the banks got their charter and they took over the Fed Reserve in 1913, that's all we've had, because they profit beautifully from war. But it's also to keep everyone distracted and in fear while they, you know, rape and pillage countries. So this is what's going on right now. But they're not going to win. I could tell you that with certainty. Do not feed into these fears. Do not feed into all of this BS. This is the power structure losing its power. They are basically, from what I gather intuitively and from what I'm seeing, they are losing their power. This is a last-ditch effort to cause as much chaos as possible. It's like the kids leaving the playground because they couldn't play there anymore. They're going to, you know, go kicking and screaming and yelling and throwing things, having temper tantrums. That's what we see coming. Do not believe anything the mainstream media says, because there is a cleanup operation taking place here. And that's what I'm seeing. So on the one hand, we see, you know, a bit of chaos, but it's going to go away rapidly. But again, this year is a very monumental year. So we're going to see a lot of changes. We also had, and I did speak about this last year, that they're going to implement another one of these kill shots, excuse me. And so this is coming this fall. So this is going to be very interesting too. This is the director of this criminal organization and making statements like this. So I think there's a video to this, and I have the link down below you. It's just a short, repetitive clip, 10 seconds or so. But, we have to grab these clips and this stuff before they take it down. But then again, in the age of artificial intelligence and computers, you don't know what's real anymore. You have to trust your instincts, and just take the information with a grain of salt and see where it goes, and then start seeing the signs. But anyway, this is another one that's been coming out. We also have thousands of Japanese citizens that are protesting because they're basically being propelled and thrown into this organization here, another criminal organization, okay, for global health. Yeah, right. This is another criminal organization right here. Remember, they think there are too many people on this planet. Okay, that's the name of the game. And so they're going to try their best to eliminate and sterilize as much as possible. That's what that's what they said. So anyway, let's move on. Oh, this is a big event. This also happened on the 13th, and I left a link to this article down below. This star explodes, and it can be visible from Earth. Now, this is very important because Uranus is in the mix, and remember I said this could be a lot of surprises. So this explosion will ripple out through space millions of miles an hour. And along with it comes an electromagnetic field that could affect the sun and affect the Earth's magnetic fields. So, we could see some earthquakes where we never had earthquakes before. We could see some minor power outages. These are just the basic things that could occur. I'm not saying doom and gloom. I'm just saying there could be certain regions that get affected by this because this is huge. This is a powerful burst of energy. And it's in our field. It's in our direction. So we need to keep an eye on this one too. Okay? But this is what I'm talking about. You see? Now, I'm not saying that explosion caused it, but this was captured. I got it off of social media. I mean, look at this weirdness, this weird anomaly. This could be part of that explosion, for all I know. I don't know. And here is a close-up view of it. This is very suspicious as well. But this is also, I don't know what that is. Okay, so like I said, friends, with Uranus in the mix, Uranus is the wild card. Uranus is technology, aliens, space. We're going to continue to see all this weird stuff. So all we can do is keep an eye on it, see where it goes, see if it makes any sense. Okay, and this is something to keep an eye out for. All right, let's get to the Great Conjunction because this is huge between Jupiter and Uranus on April the 20th. Now, as I'm doing this video, they're still together. But what makes this so special is on April the 20th, the sun, gets closer to Taurus, and the energy is exact on this day. So let's take a look at the chart here. There it is right there at 21 degrees. Wherever this is in your actual birth chart, you need to pay attention to it. So if you know your birth chart, absolutely keep an eye on that because this could be euphoric. This could be a revelation. This could be something to do with money. This could be something to do with your values. Could have something to do with society too. Maybe an announcement about bank crashes or something along those lines. We'll see because of Uranus in the picture. It's a wild card. Now it is making some very favorable aspects to Mars at 22 degrees, also loosely to Saturn. So it could have something to do with government announcements, dissolving something. Water, once again, could be important. So we're going in Taurus. You see the sun just entered Taurus. So the energy is shifting here. And I'm going to cover the United States. I'm also going to cover the Middle East country there. Because remember, the country was born under the sign of Taurus. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So very important. Here is that country I'm talking about here. Okay, May 14th. Here it is. It's a Taurus nation. And these two will align on this country's sun. So again, there seems to be an indication that this country is going to be directly involved with a little bit more either chaos or stupidity, basically, retaliation, or they're orchestrating the whole damn thing and blaming it on the people, which they've done before. And it's been proven. I'm not speculating here or, hearsay. This has been proven over and over again. But my point being is this area, okay, is where a lot of the energy, because the three major religions are there, and causes a lot of chaos in that region because of the three religions that are there, believing that that is some sort of holy land. And they believe it. They believe that that is the special place. And it's not really there. From my research, it's actually Egypt. Even Jason from Archaics has said, it's really the pyramids. And that location, that's the magical place. I would have to agree with him. So people are fighting over land that they believe is somehow special. But anyway, my point being is just keep an eye on this country because this is going to ensue. More and more of this chaos is going to ensue around this region. And again, like I said, they're trying to drag people into another world war. And they also got, from what I understand, they've got a lot of political problems there. A lot of their own people are turning on them. The leadership is what I'm saying. Okay, because remember, this is a great awakening. And everyone's awakening. I don't care who you are, what nationality you are, what religion you are. Everyone's awakening. This energy is just like giving us superpowers to see through things. So even the people that live in this country are starting to question everything, you see? And so this is going to be very important. So keep an eye on this, all right? In the United States, something new is coming about. Something is coming to fruition, something behind the scenes, financially. Now, there was a post on social media a couple of days ago. I did not want to post it or show you because it could have been made up. But it basically said the United States had joined the BRICS nations. Okay? And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, where's the proof? You know, that's the first thing I thought about because it's very hard to prove. So I don't know. We'll see. And if it does happen, I'm only putting it out there. So I'm recording it. So in case it does happen, that is a possibility. But again, it's something new that's coming into being. And it definitely involves financially. It's financially oriented or power structure. So this is going to be very important. It's making a favorable alignment to Neptune as well. So there's definitely going on politically, something to do with the legal system, political leaders. I mean, I could just clearly see it. Something is brewing here. And I wish I could be more specific, but I can't right now, But keep your eyes open in the next couple of weeks up until, the next month, because it's going to be a wild ride, like I said. And also, that conjunction that we just saw can be euphoric at times. But this one in May 18th, because again, I'm doing the astrology for May, this is monumental. This is unlike anything we've ever experienced before. We are going to feel this one. We have a double conjunction, the Sun conjuncting Jupiter, Venus conjuncting Uranus, all in Taurus. Now, this is either going to be monumental in terms of being happy and content and euphoric, or money coming our way, or maybe they announce, Jasara and Nisara, and I'm not putting a lot of faith in that. But this could also be something to do with the markets, okay? But this is huge. May is going to be huge for some event or something that's going to be announced that could be quite beneficial. I'm going to say it's going to be beneficial, okay? So I'm going to stay on the optimistic side here. But between the April 20th conjunction and this one, this is the euphoric energy that I'm seeing. I don't know about you guys, but I have moments, maybe because I'm in nature all the time, but I have moments of euphoric feelings, that just are overwhelming. And I know these are the waves that are coming in, the energy that's coming in, filtering through the astrology that's doing it. And so this is why I'm saying to you guys, don't believe the nonsense that you see in the news, or I know you guys follow a lot of posts, but trust your instincts. What is it that you're picking up on? Tune into it yourself. Everyone's intuitive. And get a sense of what's going on, okay? Because something big is brewing, and I think it's going to be quite beneficial for all of us, for humanity. So maybe it's this wave that washes over us that makes us feel so much better, and pushes us further and further away from negativity and fear and anger, you see? Because like I said, we are awakening. So anyway, join me for the next live stream on Sunday, April the 21st, right around that, conjunction between Jupiter and, Uranus. And I've called this one the leap of faith. You've got to have that leap of faith right now, friends. Okay? We've got to keep the vibration up. And now the leap of faith. And I'm going to talk about that and how we could do that and why this is so important that we keep the vibration up. And all the truth seekers are coming together and starting to realize the bigger picture. And, we're spreading more and more light, the light of truth, around the world faster than they could slow it down. Faster than the fact checkers could slow it down, okay? And the AI. So this is going to be very important. And, tune in because I'll have some more information about what's going on. And, So also, I want to thank everyone that's been blowing up my school community. You guys we're in the top 10 on that platform for astrology. Okay, my people that are working on this stuff, they're like, Joe, you're blowing it up. I'm saying like, great. It's not me. It's the people that are joining the community. I'm just putting it out there and inviting everyone. But I've got some big stuff in the works. And I'm going to be talking about that soon. And, thank you to everyone that's joined the community. There's a lot of interaction there. There's a lot of people posting stuff there that you can't post on these social media platforms. So I thank you all. If you're interested, the link is down in the description below. And, let's make this platform or this community like #1 on school. I'm not shooting for that goal, but the way it's going, we've got thousands of people in the community already. And the way we're going is we might just be right at the top there. So thank you, folks. Anyway, remember, friends, we're all spiritual beings having this human experience. You are just molecules in these physical suits that are vibrating light. And that's what we are. So always remember that, and get in touch with nature. It's the most powerful thing. I could speak firsthand of that. So anyway, thank you so much. And remember, it's going to be a bit of a wild ride. So buckle up, and we'll get through it. All right. So have a great month, and I will talk to you soon on that live stream on Sunday, April the 21st. Talk to you soon. Bye.